Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of oil. Okay, so this is the oil pump. These are the mounting bolts. Just stopping to say hi. Yo, this thing is covered in oil. Yeah. Let's get these. Let's get these rubbed on. Alright. Oh shit, it's snowing. We have to come back later. Okay, it is most decidedly snowing outside. They're predicting 20 to 30 centimeters of snowfall tonight. So for the South African viewers, have you ever seen an Uno under 20 to 30 centimeters of snow? We might see that tomorrow. That's pretty cool actually. Wow. Let's see if the sucker will start. This stuff isn't even wet. How does it work? Okay, headlights. Whoa! Definitely going to be giving that a minute to warm up. I've been living here for 2.5 years and I've seen once it was about 1.5 centimeters, 1.5 centimeters of snow, and there was a second time that was maybe 1 centimeter, so I've not seen good snow yet. God, this thing is fluffy. Considering this thing spends its life living in oil, with oil living in it, I guess it's to be expected. Essentially, the way these oil pumps work is like little mini superchargers, really. Only superchargers are moving air and these are moving oil. But I will show you how it works just as soon as I can make it touchable. This thing is fluffy. I'm the kind of guy that would swim in oil, and this is too much for me. Okay, so to give you a bit of an explanation, this will sit in the actual oil, in the bottom of the sump. This is called the oil pickup. And then the pump will create a sort of vacuum above it that the oil will then draw up to full. It will then go through the pump and then get forced into the motor. 3 out. There's definitely some oil in here. And the way it generates that is with these 2 gears you can see here. Let me clean them up and then I'll show you exactly how they work. Look at this paper towel. After so much, still fine. This is the oil pickup, and these generally hide some secrets, so let's open it up and have a look. This is going to take long. I just got this thing open, and on this side it doesn't look that bad, but look at this. I'm not even sure what this is. But yeah, that's terrible. Okay, back to work. So now to discuss how this thing actually pumps oil. If you think about how small it is, and this thing will move an unbelievable amount of oil, fluid. I guess it would move anything. I've cleaned everything up. In this sort of sieve type filter, there was quite a lot of gasket maker, which is interesting, and it shows that the motor has been apart before. So the basic way this pump works is it's a gear type pump, and this gets drive from the cam timing system, and this side of the chamber is connected to this, which is in the oil, and it is the pickup, and it will draw oil up and into this side. As these gears turn, oil will then fill each of these chambers on either side, and it will be sent all the way around until it gets to this point. But when it gets to this point, you'll notice that it can't go back because this space is now closed. A small amount can get through this, but if you think about this thing turning at, you know, huge RPM, a lot of oil is getting there and only a small bit can get back. So it's very low pressure here, very high pressure there, and it pushes the oil up out this little hole over here and then drives it through the motor and all the places that it needs to go. And that's essentially how this motor creates positive oil pressure. And this is not unique to this motor. I think this is probably the most common way to get it done. So you can actually see on that disc the wear marks, you can see the wear marks of where that disc has been rotating. So that will go to just figure out which way it goes. Just turning until everything lines up. Line up. So because the system is gear driven, you want the ability to have high pressure at low RPM, and then not too high pressure at too higher on RPM. So on the positive pressure side, there is a hole in the plate, as you can see here. The back of the hole is covered by this little thing here, which has this spring, and that spring is held in place by this chamber that comes onto here, which means at idle, the pressure is low, the spring will win, the gap is closed, all the oil goes to the motor. As your revs climb, this will start to move away a little bit, letting oil go this way and to the motor, thereby not letting the pressure get too high. Of course, if the spring becomes too soft, you're going to have too little pressure in the motor. So something to think about. And what that essentially means is when you're idling and the gears are turning slower, you want all the pressure to get to the motor. But then as you're going through your rev range and the motor turns faster and faster and the gears turn faster and faster, you don't want past a certain amount of pressure of oil in your motor. So as your revs climb and the pressure climbs, it climbs to a point, and then this will open and relieve pressure back into this gear change. So it almost as though that same pressure that comes back will loop out this hole and into that hole, and only what's needed by the motor to maintain its roughly 4 bar of oil pressure will go into the motor. So this is a pressure relief valve of sorts. I get the idea this is going to be a balancing act of note. I'm very confident there's a better way to do this, and I'm sure somebody will tell me what it is after I've done it. One left. Okay, and I'm pretty sure there is a Newton meter amount to that. I will check the manuals and come back to you on that. Assembly lube. Let's get a little bit more in there, I think. I'm very happy with this lube. Good boy. Okay. Make sure that's good and well in there. Here are some spare internals. You never have enough stuff. Okay, and then these are the bolts that will hold this to the motor. Okay, one done. Next lady for a shave.